The man reaches into a refrigerator when an assassin suddenly lunges at him. He realizes instantly that his cover is blown. He starts hurling cans like weapons, driving the attacker back in pure chaos. When the assassin gets too close, he delivers a brutal kick and slams him to the ground. Then Dan casually grabs a pack of diapers, walks to the checkout and pays while everyone around him stares in shock. As a former elite assassin, Dan knows this is far from over. He slips back home without making a sound and rushes to the stairwell. Hidden there is a long travel bag stuffed with weapons and expired passports. To protect his wife and kids, Dan immediately calls his all-powerful partner, Augie, and tells him to prep passports for the whole family. At the same time, Dan finds his 2 kids and his wife, Jessica. He tells the kids they are going on a trip. He gives Jessica no real explanation. It is already too late. The assassins anticipate his move and set up an ambush to wipe them out at once. Just then, a bus passes by. Dan vanishes into its shadow. When the assassins reach the garage, Dan starts the car and takes a different route. But they didn't go far. The assassins chase from behind, trying to force him to stop. In a critical moment, Dan jerks the wheel at an intersection and dives into a narrow alley. That is when it hits him. These enemies always know exactly where he is. There has to be a tracker on the car. To lose them for good, Dan drove to the garage of his workplace. The moment he is inside, he checks the vehicle, lifts the chassis, and finds the tracker within seconds. To avoid suspicion, Dan quietly transfers the tracker onto the car of a coworker who loves attention. The coworker gives him a knowing look, floors the gas, and rockets onto the highway, successfully lured the assassin away. With the threat temporarily gone, Dan drives his family straight to Las Vegas. After a long and exhausting journey, Dan and his family finally arrive in Las Vegas. To ease the stress, he books a presidential suite and even arranges a romantic candlelight dinner. Everything feels perfect, but when they return to the room, a red laser dot is already locked right on Dan's forehead.